So today I'm going to talk about alcohol and drinking and my thoughts that I have to that. So unless you're absolutely rich and you have yourself under control, you shouldn't be touching alcohol. I think in general, like alcohol, there's nothing good behind alcohol. Like I think once in a while, for myself, I might have a beer. So like I could say like maybe one time in a year, I end up in a place where like someone offers me a beer and maybe I say like yes. And it can happen that I have and it end up with like maybe 3 times where I have a beer in a year. But overall I just don't drink. And yeah, so I just give some thoughts or from my own experience, like it doesn't. I see people getting destroyed by it. When I was 24, I had a girlfriend like in Los Angeles and she was drinking like heavily. And when I first met her, I kind of joined in. And yeah, she would just start in the morning, have a beer or like some Arizona kind of like cocktail mix or whatever, like, and I am a person that kind of like tests things, tries things out, right? So I would join her for a little while and do that too, and like then eventually I would notice like a complete week is missing. So I would look on my watch or something on my phone and see it's Tuesday, and then next time I look on my phone and it's Tuesday, but it's not the same Tuesday, it's actually a week later. So you were missing, or I was missing the entire week where I don't really have any recollection. So I think overall like I'm not a person that does anything bad, but I know like that's not good to have an entire week missing. That's where I kind of pedaled back to when I saw that. So when I was noticing I was missing a week was when I was pedaling back and was like, nah, this is not good. And yeah, I think like I was told also like not just in society but also like in family, like how fun it is to drink and like how people like look back on it like almost like in a nostalgic way, and where they were like, oh, I was so young and I was drinking and was having so much fun, and then like, but like where was the fun? Because I can tell you like what comes with it from my experience, and it's either the walk of shame, which exists for men too if they do something with someone that they don't really are into. So you have your walk of shame. You might feel embarrassed the next day over how you behaved, right? So like yeah, I would feel the walk of shame. I would be like not feeling good about sleeping with women that I weren't fully into. Then and then you feel kind of bad too, and you can't wash it off away either. So it's the other thing. So the walk of shame exists for men and women. So it's the same thing, and I don't think like, yeah, sure, like men might be like more like, oh, that's a triumph, and you're supposed to like see it as a triumph and cheer each other on. Although I'm not sure how much that still exists anyway. It used to be like that. I don't think it is like that anymore. But I know like usually it wasn't worth it. Drinking in general wasn't actually that much fun. Like I understand the social aspect, to meet new people, to like maybe even play games or whatever, like, but those things doesn't need to be under like influence. They don't need to happen under like being drunk or something, right? So you can have those social events where you still have that enjoyment out of having other people around and doing things and whatnot. But yeah, with drinking I found nothing really good. I also noticed that as a test I would do it for a week to see like how it is. So like I was just saying, okay, I have enough money, I don't need to like care about this. so I can't just experiment and see what it's like to do this. And it's not. It didn't even change my mood either. That was what in the end, like, what's supposed to like change something, like while you drink, to like have your mood maybe changed a little bit. But that wasn't even the case. Like when I felt unhappy and I was drinking, I was feeling unhappy, but was unhappy drunk, you know, or like or unhappy while being drunk. So it didn't even change any of the feelings or emotions that you carry around either. So the same, like if you're in a good mood and like you have a beer, you're still in a good mood, but the alcohol itself doesn't really change much about that, from my experience. So yeah, and what I see in the end, like when I talked to my old ex-girlfriend that I saw then like after leaving, saw her like maybe 2 years later or something, and she was not in a good place. She wasn't really this person that I met. She wasn't as healthy, vital, or vitalized, and in a good place. She was like in a really bad place. So, and that's not just with her, but I noticed that in other people too, or in general, like that alcohol seems to like just go in one direction and it's not upwards. It usually leads to having things go downwards. So also like productivity goes down. Like if you had like some interest or other things that you normally would do without it, let's say you have a project or something that you're interested, if you when I saw myself drinking, like I would drop that, so my productivity would go down too, which is okay. We don't always need to be productive, but it can get to the point where you're not even like doing anything that like would be of any interest, that would sustain you, would maybe make your life better, or would like fulfill your purpose, if you want to say. No, like that kind of like falls off. So yeah, I don't know. Those have been my experiences. I know like it's being portrayed in movies and everything like such a fun thing, but I don't see that. It's not. Nah, I don't know. I see the consequences of what it comes, and that usually involves police and other things, and like problems, and like shame, or like over how people behaved, or like so that's my observation. And for myself too, I noticed the shame, the embarrassment, maybe the how bad you feel, and the next day, and how you then need to recover. So, and you would do that, and then like you have like this queasy, crappy food in the night too, so that you can like sustain yourself through the night. So yeah, no, that's my experience. So I've seen nothing good from like observing other people, and I also have nothing seen in my own experience that actually made it good. So these are my thoughts to like drinking, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.